Well. I think we're live. Look, this is a terrible view. My wife would be horrified. Might as well make that look a little neater. That's better. All right. Much better. Morning, Sally. Morning, Lisa. Oh, well, happy Memorial Day. It's weird. I always find it strange to put the word happy with Memorial Day. It's nice to have a day. Yes, Nancy, morning. Yes, we're still there. We're probably going to be here for, well, I don't know what time we'll go home today. Normally, we'd like to go home before like noon because traffic gets so bad, but I don't know what to expect with traffic today. It's hard to know what people are doing. I don't think a lot of people are vacationing, but we were really surprised last night with the number of people we saw. We ordered pizza from a place in Palm Springs, and the restaurant was packed. When I went in to pick up the pizza, it was full of people. It was just surprising. I don't know what the rules are in Riverside County, but it was kind of surprising. I don't know what it's like for you guys where you are. But it was, and a lot of people not wearing masks. So I think people are ready to get back to life. And I think that's a good thing. So I know I'm ready to get back to life. And I'm getting back to life, just taking it slow. But yes, it's going to be a really hot day. It's going to be a great Memorial Day. And I can't think of a better way to begin than with you guys. So if you're new to the Whole Life Challenge or new to my meditation mornings, our meditation mornings, welcome. We gather here at 8:30 every day of the week except Saturdays, where we meet at 7:30. And the idea is that we cultivate a practice together. We cultivate a practice. We do it together. We meditate together. And my commitment to you is that we're done in 15 minutes. So we're done by 8:45 Pacific time. And so that means we usually get in somewhere around 8 to 10 minutes of quiet time. And there is quite a big difference between morning Lisa, morning Annie. There's quite a big difference between doing this in a group and showing up for the group, with the group, consistently with the group, and doing it on your own. And there are so many great apps. I use one called Insight Timer. There's some great programs on Insight Timer that I highly recommend if you don't do on your own, that you check out. I also use one called Calm. There's some great programs on Calm. But there's something different about being in a group doing this together. And I know we're not physically connected. We're virtually connected, but it's similar. It's quite surprisingly similar. And I've really gained a lot from this practice over the last, we've been doing it now for, well, probably close to 60 days. So welcome back. And let's get started. So morning, Brenda. Hey, morning, Ronnie. It's going to be a great Memorial Day. So get yourself into a seated position, sitting in a chair, sitting with your feet pressed firmly on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, try to get your hips above your knees. So if you can put a couple cushions down. I'm not currently that way. I'm currently just sitting cross-legged. But and then with your hands, I've never really talked about this before because I'm usually at my desk. But I'm trying not to give you the man spread. This is the position. There are two ways I like to hold my hands. One is with one hand just sitting inside the other gently, with my two thumbs gently touching each other. So almost like a little bowl. And one of the ways you can tell of your kind of consciousness level is your ability to keep your thumbs just barely pressing, as opposed to like pressing hard or falling apart. So it's one way to kind of stay awake to your position. And then the other way I like to hold my hands is out with my palms open, kind of open to the universe, right? So my fingers, my first finger and thumb just barely touching, and then sitting out on my knees. So those are a couple options for you. And if you want to just sit with your hands relaxed like this with your hands on your knees, that's fine too. So whatever way makes you most comfortable. And let's get this thing rolling. All right, so close your eyelids so that they're about, 8 or 9/10 of the way closed. You're looking just barely through your eyelashes, and I'm going to give you my version of a Tibetan bowl as a starting point. Bong. All right, so let's just take the first couple minutes to connect to breath. Using your breath to just slow down. Ease into a different state. For me, it happens relatively quickly. I can feel myself drop into a different way of a different energetic context really quickly. Let's concentrate on our breath right now and breathing through your nose, keeping your lips closed. Starting to notice where you feel your breath. You feel it starting. Where does it start? Does it start at the tip of your nose? Does it start in your sinuses? Does it start in the back of your throat? Or down your esophagus? Or in your chest? Or shoulders? Or down in the bottom of your belly? See if you can find the starting point of your breath. Now, if you notice thoughts coming in to your mind right now, that's pretty normal. As we think thoughts pretty much normally, like one a second. So this is a great time to practice compassion. It's totally fine to have a thought, even though technically it's not supposed to happen. If you were a perfect meditator, there would be no thoughts. But isn't that an interesting thought? A perfect meditator. I don't know that exists. So you're going to have thoughts. It's just the machine that you were born with. We are thought generating machines. Now the practice is to have the thought. Know that it's transient. Don't get hooked by the thought. Don't get wrapped up in the drama or the feelings or the wormhole that thought represents. And to let it go. Pop it inside of a bubble and let the bubble just float off into the nothingness until it just goes. And you're back until you have the next thought, because you will have another one. When you come back, notice where you are in your breath. And use your breath to pull you back into the field of reduced thinking, clarity. For it's this space that allows us room to access our own inner voice, our own inner wisdom. Seeing between the cracks. If you picture like a screened in porch, if you could zoom in enough so that you could literally see between the squares of a screen, that's what it's like to see between your thoughts. The trick is to slow down the speed at which they come at you so that you can actually see clearly through them. That will bring you access to your inner wisdom, your inner power. And it's a practice. Some days it will go really well, and some days it will be really rough. And that is to be expected. The point is that you keep showing up. So we got about another minute left. Let's just bring back the clarity with which we first started. Focusing in on the breath, sitting up nice and tall. Squeezing out the last bit of juice from this time that we have together. Okay, I can't wait to be back and have my bell. Maybe I need to travel with my bell next time, because that is a pathetic imitation. Or I need to use an electronic ding from my phone or something. Well, open your eyes, let the light in, breathe the day in. Stretch out your tongue, your face. Before anybody sees you, you've just given yourself a gift. It's like an inner hug you've just given to yourself. So appreciate that. Appreciate yourself for showing up on this day off. And I hope you guys have a great day with your families, a great day with whatever you're doing on Memorial Day. I hope you are taking some time to recover, to not work, to just be in life. And I really appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you being a consistent part of this morning. Well, it's morning here, wherever it is for you, whatever time it is for you. And we will see you again here tomorrow for 8:30 meditation. So have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.